Hey, hello, Mr. Waliad. How are you?
Hi, good. I'm well, thanks yourself.
Hey, yeah, we're doing well.
Awesome.
Also, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for hosting. Quite
Cool.
interested to see what's happening.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is more like a little informal meeting about this trading system. More to see like if you have any questions or something like this, like if you have seen already the operation of the EA. Um, and yeah, just making ourselves available to technical discussion.
Okay.
Robert, I think we will give it a couple of minutes to see if other people jump onto the call, and then we can just move forward as we progress, and then you'll just have to manage as new people possibly jump into the call just to get them on board.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So meanwhile, if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Walid, that'll be interesting.
Sure, no problem. I mean, so I do have a day job. I'm actually a solutions architect, IT solutions architect.
Cool.
But I've started trading probably about a year now. But I haven't. I mean, I'm still starting off basically. But with my day job, I just don't have the time to look at the charts and try to figure things out. So I'm actually hoping that I can find a proper robot or expert advisor at least to do the work for me and make some
Nice.
money.
Nice. Yeah. So on your work as a solutions architect, what kind of programming languages are you involved with?
So we do a bit of C#, Java, .NET, those type of things.
Okay.
And I actually just recently started Python as well, so which is way more interesting.
Yeah. Nice. Have you been involved already with trading systems as a solutions architect?
No, not at all. So I've been playing around on MQL5, trying to build my own expert advisors. So but it's still very fresh.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Did you already like watch some of the videos of Ultra AI, or did some kind of
No, I haven't watched any of the videos yet.
Okay.
It was, I think the latest version was released probably like 2 weeks ago, but I haven't had time to look at it.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, let me show you a little bit. Meanwhile, so I'm gonna share my screen. So Ultra AI is a system for Metatrader, which is a trading platform that we have been programming with MQL5, as you're familiar already.
Yeah.
So let me. Okay, there's someone else in the room. It's Mr. Hubert. Hi, hello, Mr. Hubert. I'm Robert. Nice meeting you. Um, all right, so this is Ultra AI system and some like basic instructions on its operation, as well as backtest that we did while recording. It's a system that allows traders to trade multiple instruments simultaneously. And depending on the computing resources available, it can watch maybe like more than 100 instruments at the same time. We have already clients operating it with 200 instruments, more or less.
Cool.
Yeah, and so it has a system that allows to evaluate risk of trades before entering the trades, just based on oscillation, like a standard oscillation of the prices of the instruments, and then it calculates potential movements and potential account swings. Let me pause here real quick just to explain what we're doing here. So here we have the trading platform Metatrader. On the left side, we have our equity and balance curve. So in this specific backtest here, we're starting with a trading account with $10,000. And the blue line is balance, the green line is equity. And here are the dates that we're looking at. And we're operating the system here in simulated mode. Hold on a second, there's a, okay. We're operating it here in simulated mode, but it's exactly the same EA with exactly the same strategy that operates live. And then here is like where the area where we can see the charts, the price charts.
Yeah.
And the arrows, they represent like purchases and sales of the instruments. And you can see here on down below here, those are all the charts that the EA is analyzing simultaneously. So in this case, it's analyzing Euro USD, USA 500, USD Japan yen, gold, and also it's analyzing in multiple time frames.
Okay.
And here is where we can see the trades that are currently open on this date here, according to the simulation date. So I'm gonna hit play so that we can see. So because the markets cannot be actually foreseen, and all EAs, they're actually EAs that do reactions to market price. So in this case, this EA here, it reacts. Well, you can read the signs, like signs of strength, signs of weakness on the market, and that's what it bases the entries off of. But then after an entry is done, it will monitor market price to see when are the best moments to add to the position, scale in, scale out, and things like this. So let me let me continue here. So in this case, you see here, we had a big candle going down, and the EA didn't do anything during the time while the price was going down.
So yeah.
And then when price started to go back up, it added to the position to take advantage of potential upward movements on that instrument. So that's a strategy that we call scaling in. So it will scale in as long as the instrument continues to move favorably. And then it has also a strategy called the trail stop, so that whenever the price of the instrument is moving favorably, it will do trail stop, meaning moving the stop loss. It might be about to happen here. No, it was closed. Moving the stop loss in favor of the trader. And by doing all that simultaneously, it's also calculating the total risk in the portfolio. So whenever a position is it goes in favor of the EA, then it will move the stop loss. And then once the stop loss is beyond the entry price, those positions are considered protected positions, like what's happening here. Let me pause here real quick. So here what we have, like the green dashed lines, they are entries, and the red dashed lines, they're stop losses. So in this case here, what we have here is a stop loss that is above the entry, buy entry. So because of that, this is considered a position that can no longer lose money, because the market price is already above the entry price. And so if the market price turns around at any moment, like right now, and just shoots straight down, these positions, they will still close for a profit. So because they're considered the protected positions, the EA will allow more positions, because it will try to get as many positions as it can, as long as they're protected against losses. But the challenge is we cannot protect any position at any moment. We need market price to be favorable after the entry. So that's what the EA does. It keeps on calculating which positions can be protected or not, and the positions that can be protected, it will leave more room in the portfolio for new risk. And then it just keeps doing this and a few other portfolio strategies over and over. And those are the main strategies to manage the portfolio. So it's a portfolio EA, and it works on longs and shorts. So the trader has the chance to choose all the symbols that the trader wants to trade, and we'll let the EA monitor and do all the tactical work of managing all the positions. And the trader only has the work to like pick up the instruments. And what happens is, once the trader picks up the instruments, let's say the trader picks up, like, I don't know, S&P 500. And then let's say the trader chooses S&P 500 short, for example. Then in case S&P 500 goes up against the trader, what will happen is the EA will have very small positions, because they will still be unprotected. And then it won't allow like new entries until old entries are closed. Exactly. So therefore, it will just get into a small drawdown, because the instrument picking was not favorable. But in case the instrument picking was favorable, then it will do all the job of the tactical management, of scaling into the position more and more, and managing the profit, and adjusting stop losses and everything to get the most out of the favorable movements. So yeah, that's how it builds this growth curve here.
Cool. Tell me, does it at all take any opposite trades? Let's say it's in a buy. Does it take a sell at times as well, while there's a buy open?
It can. It just depends on settings. So if the trader believes that the instrument is gonna go down in price, then he can just put that instrument in a short list, in a list to go short, and then the EA will also go short. We have already done some tests with like just not picking the direction and just letting the EA trade it both ways, like buying and selling the same instrument. But the results, they were not that great. It was best to,
I think the profit margin will probably be less in that instances.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's better to even get a wrong direction then, because then the EA will manage to get out of the positions. Yeah. Then to just choose both directions. So best case scenario is to choose the right direction when the trader chooses the right direction. And it's not something like choosing the next candle. It's more like a long-term thing. Like, for example, like if the trader believes that oil is going to go up within the next few months or something. So the trader just have to have the vision of like months. And then the EA will have the vision of minutes and hours. And we'll do this tactical work. Whenever the trader is right, the EA will wait for that movement to happen. So that's the whole point. But in case it doesn't happen, and since it's trading on multiple instruments, maybe for example, maybe oil doesn't go up, but maybe gold goes up. And then what will happen is if gold goes in a favorable direction, up or down, and oil doesn't, then it will have a little bit of just a little bit of volume in gold and a lot more volume in oil, because oil went the right direction, the expected direction. And then it can also do another strategy that we call garbage collector, which will close the unprofitable trades against profitable trades and get rid of positions that are losing, but for a profit. So that's how it can get out of losing positions. And therefore, even when the trader is wrong, but there are enough instruments, it's still okay, because the EA will manage to exit those non-profitable positions.
Okay, that's cool. It's actually very similar to something that I'm currently building as well.
Cool.
Okay, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And tell me what's in your opinion, I see you guys have started with 10,000 USD. What's the least capital that you would recommend?
So that's a great question, and there is a important consideration to do about this question, which is here we're dealing with actual trading, right?
Yeah.
So for example, if you want to purchase one contract of NASDAQ, for example, or one contract of S&P 500. S&P 500 currently is $4,000 more or less. Gold is about $2,000.
Yeah.
So the account size has to be appropriate for the instruments that it's trading. It's not just about the EA. It's mostly about the instruments that the trader is choosing. So if the trader wants to trade gold, for example, the trader needs to see like how much is the price of gold, how much gold is moving on a daily basis, and most importantly, the broker that is offering the gold instrument for the trader. Like, does the broker allows for fractional purchases, for example? Because if the trader is trading gold on a broker that only allows minimum of one lot of gold, then it's like $2,000.
Yeah.
Well, more or less, because it will depend on like the daily prices. But anyways, the movement of gold will already have a certain impact in the account. So for example, let's say gold moves, I don't know, $20 a day. And if the broker only allows a minimum of one lot of gold, that's already instantly a $20 daily impact in the account. So that means very small accounts will be very hard to manage. And the EA won't even operate because it has a layer of protection that analyzes the instruments available in the broker and analyzes which instruments the trader is requesting the EA to trade. And then when it's analyzing the potential impact in the account, if it sees that the impact is too large for the account, then it will just not trade. So that's why instrument picking is crucial. But to answer objectively, it really depends on the broker and the instruments. But I would say like $1,000 accounts are very hard to find decent instruments to work with. And it's easier on like $100,000 accounts, because then there are a lot more instruments available that can be used for this operation. But it works on simulated modes also. And it's just the same algorithm for simulations and for real trading. So the best is to always like use it in simulated mode prior to actual live trading.
Yeah, trading. And tell me the time frames. Let's say you select an instrument like Euro USD. Do you just plonk it on the daily time frame, or do you have to put it on various time frames?
So the time frame, the trader has the chance to choose time frames on the settings. Let me check the settings here real quick. Here. But we've been working with 3 time frames simultaneously. Basically, it always analyzes the daily time frame to check mostly like the daily trend, if the instrument is facing some sort of crisis or not, if a crisis is favorable to the trading activity or not. So that's what we do on the daily. And then we also go to 2 other time frames. They're going to be somewhere in here. I think maybe on another screen. Yeah, here. Medium time frame, which here is set to 4 hours, and another time frame. Interest interval. Because also what it does is it also, to manage risk better, it avoids entering too many trades at the same moment, because sometimes many markets may move together, but that's not good, because when all the markets start to move at the same time, that's not good for risk management. because the EA will also work with calculation of correlation between the portfolio and the potential new trades. So it requires also a minimum time interval to get into new trades, just to avoid very high correlations. Yeah, so that's how it works with 3 time frames simultaneously.
Okay. Does like any news in consideration at all?
This EA is not considering news in this current version because news might be favorable also to the EA and also because of the way it manages risk.
Yeah.
It is able to get into trades during news, and if it's not favorable, it will exit those trades later on with one of the exit processes.
Okay. Okay, cool. I think I'll definitely give it a bang and do some testing and see how it goes.
Walid, I just want to ask you, do you have a license for Ultra AI Pro at the moment?
I need to check my account. I'm not sure if I do. I can just check here. Let's see what's in my account. No, I don't.
Okay, good. What EA have you purchased from the Smart Trading Robots website?
Don't you know? Oh, it's net is slow. So the captain and the TW indices.
All right, cool.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so I think there's gonna be you can tell about the hold on. What about Mr. Hubert? Mr. Hubert, can you hear us? Maybe Mr. Hubert doesn't have a microphone or something. All right, cool. So yeah, you're welcome to test this, the Ultra AI. It will be a pleasure for us to help you out. And yeah, if you have more questions, please feel free to like ask us more. This meeting is really like a good chance to just connect and discuss the strategies and discuss what the EAs are doing and yeah, questions, answers, and everything.
Yeah, just to add to that, thank you for showing the EA, Robert. We've been working on this for extremely long time, and we already at version 7.9. That just shows you a lot of progress has been made. But the idea around these calls is to have them on a regular basis and to build a community around our products and services. We all know there's many trading robots or EAs out there that is what they call fly-by-night projects that mostly lose money for the traders. For us as a business, it's very important to use a smart money management and the risk strategies within our development. And Ultra AI Pro is an extremely good example of what is possible when you use proper risk and management structures within your development. So we want to build a community around it. The calls will be on a regular basis. I also want to ask if, we'll most likely do this weekly for the next couple of weeks. So if you have colleagues or friends or other traders that you feel like could be interested in learning about our EAs and services, you're more than welcome to invite them. I think
Cool.
it's important for us to let people know we're on actual business with people that's you know, that's accessible, that you can talk to, that you can share your ideas with, and you know, actually show the product. And that is our confidence in what we offer with smart trading robots.
No, I definitely agree with the approach. I mean, it's once you have a community as well, they can share, and it just makes everybody successful at the end of the day.
Yes, great. There is we have made a promo code available, which you can use or which you can share with friends as well. What
Cool.
we've decided to do with Ultra AI Pro is to add our personal services to the sale of the EA, whereby we assist with installation and setup with your brokers, making sure you understand the variable inputs, and do a couple of back tests, look at the symbols and just guide you, so you're properly set up using the EA. You know, that's a massive saving of a couple $100, but above that, we do have a promo code which will give you an additional 20% off on the sale. I'll just paste that in the text area now, so you guys can have that. You can share this with friends, you can use it for yourself. This promo code will be active for quite a while with these calls. Just paste it there. Okay, so that's on the chat.
Awesome.
And yes, anytime you feel like, if you guys have any questions about the EA, you can send us an email or a message on the chat service, and you'll also see that we'll be uploading more videos on YouTube on a regular basis with back tests that we do for Ultra AI Pro as well.